Alright guys, today we're going to learn about identifying variables, coefficients, constants, and inverse operations. Does anyone have any idea about these already? Some? Okay. Alright, so by the end of this lesson today, you guys will be able to define key algebraic terms: variable, coefficient, constant, and inverse operation. You'll be able to identify variables, coefficients, and constants in given one variable equations. You'll be able to explain the role of inverse operation in solving equations. And you'll be able to apply knowledge by categorizing parts of an equation and solving 2 to 3 sample problems, okay? Does that make sense? Alright, so you'll need a pencil and then the paper that I put in front of you, okay? Alright, so if you're earning $10 an hour, but you don't know how many hours you'll work, how could we write that? Does anyone know? Like if you're writing an equation, you know you're working 10 hours, but you don't know how many. $10 per hour, but you don't know how many hours. Would you write it like 10x? Because x, what's x? The little letter x is standing in for something that we don't know. So today we'll learn about what to call each piece of that equation. So you can break it down like a math detective, okay? Solving equations is like uncovering a mystery. Each step brings us closer to the solution, okay? All right, so some vocabulary. First is variable. Does anyone know what a variable is? Nico, you do? Tiffany, do you know what a variable is? Can you read this?
A variable is a letter that represents an unknown number.
Okay, that's good.
In this equation, x is the variable.
Okay, so the example up on this board up here, example 3x plus 5 equals 14. The variable is what? The x.
The x is the variable.
Yes. Okay. So the variable is like a mystery box. We don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out, right? That's the solution. All right, Bo, can you read what a coefficient is for me?
Coefficient is a number multiplied by the variable. Coefficient is the number right in front of the variable. It's also how many times you multiply the variable.
Okay, so like on the example 3x plus 5 equals 14, what is the coefficient?
3 and wait.
It's just 3, right? 3 in front of the variable? Okay, good. All right, Nico, can you read what a constant is for me? Okay, so in the example 3x plus 5 equals 14, what's the constant? 5? Okay. DeMarcus, what's an inverse operation?
An inverse operation is the opposite value of addition, addition, and subtraction. And opposite multiplication, division. Opposite is by subtracting 9, the inverse would be to add 9, add inverse, and opposite operation to chart.
Right, does that make sense? Okay. So an inverse operation, if you didn't hear what he said, is like the opposite math action, okay? So like for example, if you subtract 9, if it's a 9, for example, 3x plus 5, 5 is a positive number, right? So the opposite action would be a negative 5. Okay. All right, so this example right here, 7y plus 2. Nico, what is the variable in this question? Y? Okay. Tiffany, what is the coefficient? Remember the coefficient is in front of the letter? 7, right? And then, DeMarcus, what's the constant? The constant is the number that doesn't change. So 2. Okay. All right, Bo, in this one, x minus 9, what is the variable?
X.
X, okay. And then can you tell me what the constant is?
9.
9. And there's there's no coefficient, right? But, what is it, if there's nothing there, what is it, what's the number?
9x.
If there's no number in front of the x, then what do you put? It's an imaginary number?
Yeah, it's 1.
One, right, okay. So, since it's, Tiffany, since it's -9, what's the opposite operation, or the inverse operation of -9?
Plus,
+9, good. Alright, so, on your paper, there's 6 problems, and I want you to go through and put which one is the coefficient, which one's the variable, which one's the constant, okay? So there's these problems here, and then there's 3 more here, okay? And this is an example, look at that. And don't worry about this, this will be at the end, okay? You did the second page too? So we did the first. Oh. So we did this one as a group. So what's the variable in this one?
The variable is,
The variable
Y.
is the letter, yeah. And you can look up to the board. The definitions are up there as well if you need to refer back. So the coefficient is the number before the letter. Okay. You're just waiting. Which one are you taking? Okay. So, can you go and put what the inverse operation would be? Do you know what those would be? You know what those would be, right? So, is there number 5, is there a constant? I need you to care for this, okay? Bo, which one are you on? There's more problems on the back. Do you get done to my scroll done? So if you need more, support, you can underline the variable, circle the coefficient, and box the constant, so that you can recognize it in an example. Thank you. Alright, Bo, do you need any help? Okay, I'm gonna move on, okay? Alright, so let's close by reviewing the 4 keywords we learned today. So, what is a variable, DeMarcus?
Variable is the unknown number.
The symbol for the unknown number, right? Okay. Tiffany, can you tell me what a coefficient is?
the number before the variable.
Right, that's multiplied, right? Alright, Bo, what's the constant?
Constant is number after
the fixed number that doesn't change in the equation, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and then the inverse operation is the opposite math action, right? Alright, now we're gonna play a look it. Which one do you guys wanna play?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, Gold Quest. Okay, so this is the code 6642257. You can stop it. Alright. Good job, you guys. Bo, you're the winner. Good job. Alright, last thing we're gonna do is the exit ticket, that is that small piece of paper on your desk. You're just gonna do another example. The example is 4x minus 7, and you're going to identify the variable, coefficient, constant, and inverse operation, just like you did on the independent practice paper, okay?